Hello, I'm Pastor Craig, and welcome to our weekly communion. We're outside today, and we got some helicopters going by, monkeys in the background, and maybe you have seen the picture I recently sent you. This picture. Well, I asked a question. What mark will you make today? And it was really interesting. I was on my morning walk, as usually. It's a time of my prayer and seeking the Lord. Usually I see some revelation of nature, and I was really moved by these tracks. Every puddle on this road that I'm standing in, it was just after the rain, and every puddle had these same footprints in them, paw prints. Well, it's very interesting enough because many of you wrote back and said, "Watch out, Pastor Craig, looks like a big alligator," right? And if you look here today, you'll see that there's actually no more prints. The print is actually gone. Actually, there's other prints now, and these are not made by any animal or any human being, but by actually a vehicle. Some of you wrote and said, what mark will I make today? Maybe I won't make any mark. And the question is your walk weighty enough to leave a mark, to leave a footprint? And it's a big question, because if it is, I am going to leave a mark. The question is, what will you be identified as? Now, the interesting thing is this picture that I sent you, take a look again, it's not an alligator, but a raccoon. And what I came to discover is that the raccoons were out in the night as the water was receding, and they were gathering up all the worms that were left vulnerable after this rain. So the question to you is, if you were walking heavy enough according to the weighty walk that we saw in Ephesians, right? What will you be identified as? What kind of creature? Will it be according to the old creature, the old Pastor Craig, or the old Craig before I was a pastor? Will my mind, my attitude, my thinking, and my actions, will they be identified by the flesh? Or will I be identified a weighty mark of the Holy Spirit, the new creature? We saw in Ephesians 4 that the Apostle Paul admonishes us to live a life worthy, a walk that is weighty, balancing our weighty calling, and that has 4 characteristics. Do you remember? Well, I'm going to read it right from the scriptures for you. What is our weighty walk that you can walk today? What are the marks that you can leave today? Ephesians 4:1 says this: "As a prisoner for the Lord, then I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love, and make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace." If you want to leave a mark today, be humble, be gentle, be patient, and fight to preserve the unity of the Spirit. Well, I want to thank you for joining me, Pastor Craig, here on our weekly communion out in the wild today, learning with the animals. You can join us every Wednesday on YouTube and Facebook, and actually catch all our messages and our worship service there too by typing in Union Church Rio. That's Union Church Rio in any of those social platforms, or on Google to find our website. Thank you for staying connected in this time of change, and really ever-changing times. See, share, subscribe. Stay connected. Stay well.